Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Now, this is one of the first things I'm going to be covering, is actually one of the first things I'm actually doing to the Jeep that I haven't done, but I've been thinking about doing it because you kind of need it. Some people, you need the phone mount, and I've always had this one issue whenever it came to actually putting a phone on the mount for in the Jeep, so you know I'm just going to show you there. Now, I'll show you this right here. Unfortunately, this is not really... For a height reference, this is the size of my hand, and I'm 5'9". If that's any type of size reference, then you know just how short this actual windshield is. So anything that is going to be right suctioned onto the windshield, it's not gonna really be, it's gonna take up a lot of space. So that's one of the things I've loved to say, is I finally was able to find a solution that worked for me. And that is the Bulletpoint Mounting Solutions phone and GoPro holder. And it's actually really cool because they sent me a shirt, and so that's something I was actually not expecting, but I'm completely looking forward to it, you know. And they also have a bottle opener in the shape of a bullet. They offer that free with any purchase. If you want to check it out, they're not sponsoring me. They got some cool looking stuff. So it's bulletpointmountingsolutions.com. Now, basically, for the Dum-Dum's guide on where exactly this will go, yes, there is that. But for some reason, it didn't come to my mind until now that this is really just a rubber sheet that can come out. And, yeah, it's pretty much simple. It's pretty simple when it all comes down to it. Now, the easiest part is actually going to be putting it together, really, even though it's the most extensive part of it all. But, you know what, I've decided to move inside because not only in Maryland can you have 100-degree weather, you can also have rainy weather within the span of 6 hours. I am not even kidding, this is nuts. Now, when it all comes down to it, this is actually a very high-quality metal, which is fantastic because the whole thing was just 85 bucks, and I gotta say, it's high quality. Exactly like that. It's high quality like that that'll make it so that this will be a purchase that is worth it going. And essentially, it's really cool because this is just a simple, you put it in there and then you're good to go. It's actually really simple, and that just also proves that I am not going to get a bigger phone case. That is very obvious, and put it right there because that's snug. Now, the cool thing about this is everything is very much a universal kit. All you got to do really to attach and move stuff is just undo that, and you'll see that this pops right out. And it's pretty much, that's really the mechanism you use to connect every single piece to each other. And with the grid setup, with all of this, it actually, you can put a whole lot of things, and you can just continue to add on to it, very much like a Hot Wheels set. So I gotta say, this is actually very much going to be worth it with all of this stuff that is to come, especially since one of them is not that. This is actually, yeah, this is a GoPro mount, which is fantastic because, like you had seen earlier in the video, there's that big-ass suction cup that's right on the window, and that thing is annoying sometimes because it'll be right in my line of sight, whereas this one, it'll mount right to that, and it'll just kind of poke up like a groundhog, which is fantastic. So I'm not gonna lie, this actually is not the easiest thing to put together, especially considering the fact that I originally put the washers on the other side, which was not what you're supposed to do, so I had to take it apart and undo it. But this is, I want to say more so about the whole grid setup they have here. So honestly, these nubs, they could have put anywhere on this grid. As long as you can screw it in with some bolts and washers, you are perfectly good to fit it on there. It can fit everything from the phone holders to GoPros and even full-on tablets. As long as you fit it on these nubs, you're perfectly fine. And the cool thing is, the website actually sells just the nubs and screws themselves. So if you want to add more stuff further on, you can do that also. Now, when it comes to actually installing it all, it's really plain and simple. Like, even a kindergartner could do that, and I'm not even kidding. Really, I thought that this was fastened in there. No, it actually just comes out because it's just a big old piece of rubber. And you know what? There's two screws right in here, and I don't know if you could see this with this light. I'd rather be in a garage that's kind of dark than outside baking. But yeah, you essentially just undo these screws, put it in, and then you put those screws back in, and then it's pretty much there. But wait, after a complete day of having this thing assembled and not even trying to figure out it fits, you realize you had it backwards, so you need to spend another 20 minutes figuring out how to unscrew it, switch it over, and then get it to work. Oh yeah, by the way, it only goes together with just 2 screws, so it's very simple after that. You know what? This kind of sucks, but at the same time, I'm going to love it at the same time, so it sucks to love sometimes. I guess I have no frickin' idea. Now, after you wind up hassling with that because you decide it's a good idea to do all of this inside of a closed hot as balls garage, it actually fits very flush. The screws here were actually already there, so it really just kind of goes right in, and you're just it's simple. Really, I wasn't even kidding when I said this was simple. But, so, it'll look a little something like this when it's all finished and done. And with all the pieces in, it actually looks like this. And as you can see, if I'm doing this from my exact point of view, it does not come up into your point of view at any point whatsoever. And this is actually really sturdy. I can even feel myself kind of shaking the cabin with how sturdy this is. But yeah, all you really do is you take your phone, and it just slides right in. I'll fix that rotating arm, but really, that's pretty much it. It'll look like this, and everything works out fine. You can even plug your little Android Auto in there. It makes it pretty damn simple. See? And that's pretty much it. But without further ado, that's gonna have to be it with this video. If you guys would like to see more car content coming in the near future, which there very much will be, because I got a couple of shows I'm looking forward to going, and sometimes I keep on thinking maybe I should come home with this stuff, and who knows, maybe I might, because all these Carlisle events are giving me a whole bunch of ideas. But yeah, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and if you haven't already, subscribe, turn on those notifications for next time, and I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.